What's the trick to flicking your wrist at the moment of firing? That's how you get the bullet to go around the obstacle and hit the target. Benjamin thought it was so cool. He wanted to learn, but he didn't know. Every day as a top assassin is torture. Endurance is being tied up and beaten. Knife fighting involves slashing at a butcher. To practice your skills, you'd have to jump onto a train and dodge all kinds of bridges. Every day, Benjamin would pass out from the pain. But the next day, he'd wake up with a special drug. It was like a wax that wrapped around his body and healed his body at a rapid rate. As long as the injuries are not fatal. Benjamin had to train his assassin. Benjamin also had to train his talent as an assassin. The fox had him try to catch the fast-moving bobbins in the sewing machine. Reaching into a sewing machine can hurt your hand if you're not careful. Benjamin had to use his assassin's gift to slow down subjective time. After training for a while, Benjamin broke down. He thought it was too hard. But the League of Assassins gave him another beating. It finally woke him up. He was determined to avenge his father's death. To avenge his father's death and become a better assassin. Sure enough, when the two of you were motivated, he quickly learned all kinds of skills. He finally cut the butcher with his knife. He also used his assassin's gift to slow down time and caught the bobbin in the sewing machine. And under the personal motivation of the fox, and with the fox's own motivation, he learned how to bend bullets. Benjamin was finally qualified for his mission, and that's when he learned the ultimate secret of the League of Assassins. It turns out that the League of Assassins is never hired by anyone. They were only hired by fate. 1,000 years ago, a group of weavers discovered that when they looked at their fabric through a magnifying glass, that some of the threads were out of alignment. When the weavers tallied these unusual alignments in binary code, and then counted the letters according to the order in which they were arranged, they realized that the information would eventually reveal a person's name. This is the code of destiny, the mission of the League of Assassins. The League of Assassins' mission is to kill the people who have these names. Benjamin didn't believe it. That's ridiculous. But then the fox told him her story. As a child, she saw her father tortured and killed by a bad man, and the names of the bad guys were on the fabric machine. She said the names were the worst of the worst. Killing one would save 1,000 people. Benjamin was no longer skeptical. His assassinations were always successful. Even with the big, protective names, he was able to kill them with a variety of stunts.